Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi, good morning. It is Tuesday, April 25th.
We begin with some breaking entertainment news. Harry Belafonte has died at the age of 96. The barrier-smashing entertainer and singer of Deo was also a relentless human rights activist. He'd been in poor health for some time. Again, Harry Belafonte dead at 96.
And again, we'll have more on that on KSAT on air and online. But for now, let's go ahead and check in with Justin. We started off not as cool as yesterday morning.
No, and that's thanks to in large part to some added humidity. We felt it this morning as we walked out the door. The humidity will be back today and tomorrow, and it may lead to some showers and storms. We've already seen some showers this morning on radar, most of them light, but they have been moving across the area. So let me show you what's going on right now. You can see on the radar, everything we're seeing is really light, but you may have to occasionally use your windshield wipers as you drive through town this morning. We've also had reports of a little bit of drizzle here and there. Now, as we get into the afternoon, we may start to see a few showers and storms blossom again, and some of the storms have the potential to be strong, but it sort of remains to be seen where those storms will pop up. You see the satellite picture. We've got a ton of clouds, 61 in Kerrville, 64 Hondo, 67 in Pleasanton, 64 in Gonzales, and around Bexar County, mid-60s at this hour, and it will be a little bit warmer today than it has been the last couple of days. You see one little drop there on the live cam, actually two now, so you know there are some light showers here within the city of San Antonio. So patchy drizzle this morning. You may want to grab the umbrella just in case. And then the question will be, do we see some storms yet this afternoon? And I think the possibility is there, especially east of San Antonio. Then beyond that, we got a couple of fronts. Wednesday night and Friday night that also brings some additional rain chances. 64 right now, dew point is at 61, and we've got easterly winds at about 9. So we'll keep some drizzle, light rain in the forecast this morning, and then actually bring rain chances down just a little bit, 30% during the afternoon hours with some isolated showers and storms, and that goes through about 6 o'clock before we drop the rain chances off this evening. I know that's important because we've got NIOSA tonight. We're going to detail that forecast a little closer for you coming up in just a bit and talk about these rain chances coming up. But for now, we'll go over to Stephen and see how things are going for the morning commute.
Well, you know, things have been pretty quiet over here, Justin, but unfortunately we have spotted a problem, and it's in that notorious curve there, 281 at Hildebrand. But let's get a quick look there, because while the issue is not on the main lanes as folks are making their way out there this morning, it actually looks like it could be there along the frontage road. As you can see, traffic is moving pretty slowly through that area. Now, this is actually happening at just obviously a time that morning rush has dwindled down, but we're still seeing a little bit of a slowdown that's taking place out there. Now, we have it reported in the northbound lanes as you approach Hildebrand Avenue. Remember, anytime you see a curve up ahead, you have to slow down a little bit before, so that way you can get to your destination on time safely. Obviously, right now, we're not sure of the extent of any injuries, but we're going to watch it very closely and hope everyone is doing okay. But not the only issue that I'm tracking here in the lab. We actually have another one. I-10 eastbound and I-37, as you can see in the northbound lanes, is where we're seeing a little bit of a buildup. The eastbound lanes of I-10 don't appear to be too bad, but just watch out for those first responders who are working to clear the whole scene up. Giving you a wide look at the map, still plenty of green out there. Thankfully, again, a lot of that congestion that we saw take over our map has dwindled down, and now we have some of those issues that we're reporting along with some active construction. Well, you know where we mentioned it all, on our KSAT traffic page. You can actually scan this QR code, takes you directly there. We have a full list of closures, and any incident that pops up, we'll be sure to let you know about it. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. Members of a Northeast Side family are holding on to each other after losing a lot of what they own in a fire.
It happened a little more than half an hour ago in a neighborhood not far from Nacogdoches and Higgins Roads. Katrina Weber is live on the street called Bret Hart. And Katrina, did everyone make it out safely?
Yes, Stephanie, all four adults who were inside the house did make it out safely, but the same can't be said for their pets. We understand that the family did lose a dog, a bulldog, in this fire, which appears to have broken out in the garage of this home. This is the 13,400 block of Bret Hart. The fire started about 7:30 this morning. Firefighters got the call here. Police already were here making sure that everyone got out of the home safely. You can see that the garage there is gutted. There's also smoke and water damage throughout the rest of the house. The firefighters say that someone was staying in the garage and appears to have been using a candle, which perhaps tipped over or something and started this fire. Luckily, the family did smell the smoke and they all got out safely. We understand that there are 6 people in all who live inside this house, 2 children who already had gone to the school by the time this happened. But for now, they're all looking for another place to stay because according to firefighters, they won't be able to come back to this house anytime soon, at least until they make repairs and are able to get their electricity back on. But again, they did lose one of their pets, a dog, in this fire. Reporting live on the northeast side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
President Biden formally announced that he's running for a second term. He released a video breaking the news around 5 o'clock this morning.
And while Biden has been showing signs for a while now that he wants 4 more years in the White House, new polls show Americans may not be eager to give him that, in part due to his age.
ABC's Faith Abube shares the president's response to those concerns.
Good morning. President Biden has acknowledged the questions about his age, saying that they are totally legitimate. But he also says the only thing he can say right now about that is, quote, watch me. Exactly 4 years since he officially launched his 2020 presidential bid, President Biden doing it all over again.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are.
The president officially announcing his re-election campaign this morning in a video message to voters, asking them to give him 4 more years to finish what he started. But the president faces a tough battle ahead on the campaign trail. Republicans ready to hammer him on his record. Polling also shows that 70% of Americans, including a majority of Democrats, do not want President Biden to run for the Oval Office again, in part due to his age. Biden, already the oldest American president, would be 86 years old by the end of a second term. Donald Trump gaining support among Republican lawmakers as questions grow over whether Florida Governor Ron DeSantis plans to jump into the race.
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
And despite some hesitation, the president still has the support of 88% of Democrats. The Democratic Lieutenant Governors Association already telling ABC News it plans to spend nearly $1 million to mobilize lieutenant governors across the country to shore up votes for a Biden-Harris ticket. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
In the morning headlines, Southwest Airlines dealing with another storm, and U.S. manufacturing is on the decline.
Plus, a fire-breathing dragon burned up, and some Texans got a look at a spectacular light show. David Sears is here with all the stories.
Hopefully one day this light show will make it down to San Antonio where we can see it, because, you know, the Panhandle folks got a little shot at this northern light display.
Very pretty.
Which is extraordinarily rare.
Yeah, it's nice. We'll see what that happens. We'll talk about that in just a second. First, let's start with this. There's still a winter storm brewing over the Southwest Airlines. The Justice Department now part of a federal investigation into that huge meltdown over Christmas. The Department of Transportation looking into the flight schedule for the airline around that time. They want to know if it was even realistic. The airline had to cancel 16,000 flights over the holiday. Investigators also looking into the timing. They want to know if Southwest has given refunds and reimbursements that they were required. No comment from Southwest. However, they have said that their computer operating system needs to be updated. It may not seem like it, but the supply chain problems we had during COVID are starting to get ironed out. Good news, but there is some bad news. Folks who are economists at Wells Fargo and predicting the company should be completely caught up on that backlog in about 5 months. And that means manufacturing companies could start laying off people. Demand is starting to go down for certain products, and businesses are starting to watch their spending on manufactured goods. The 45-foot tall fire-breathing dragon at Disneyland did just that. It was breathing fire, then all of a sudden it breathed a little too much fire. And it caught itself on fire. Just went up in flames. Watch this. Here it comes in just a second. Boom, there it is. The whole thing is on fire. So Disneyland is now suspending some of their fire effects at shows at all their parks worldwide. The fire happened during the Fantasmic show at the Disneyland in California. Visitors had to be evacuated from the Tom Sawyer Island. No injuries reported except for the dragon. The fire was quickly put out. Now Disney is trying to figure out what went wrong. It is one of the most natural beauties in the universe, a solar flare that creates a geometric storm. geomagnetic storm. Thank you, Justin. The aurora borealis, that northern light show, is creeping further and further south, so now people can enjoy its wonderment and beauty here in Texas. It was really prominent as far south as Iowa and Missouri, but the dancing light show could be seen as far south as the Panhandle, and the show may just be getting started.
Solar activity peaks about every 11 years, and the peak is supposed to be actually next year, 2024 going into 2025. So we're nearing that peak, and we've seen evidence of that.
And oh, by the way, Justin has an article on our website, KSAT.com, about the folks in the Panhandle being able to view that. Is it as prominent that far? The further south it goes, does it stay as prominent as if you're way up in the north?
It's much harder to see, and the chances of us, well, we probably won't ever see it down here. It's just not going to happen. We're not far enough north, but it's rare, but it has happened twice this year in the Texas Panhandle, extreme northern part where you can see it.
You're like talking like Dalhart and
That's right.
way up there?
Yeah.
Practically
Basically
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, well,
Almost.
at least Texans can say they saw it.
Yeah.
They did.
That's pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Like that. Yeah.
Great pictures. David, thank you.
Yes, thanks.
All right.
9:08, 64 degrees still ahead on GMSA at 9.
April is the month of military children, and as Military City USA, San Antonio sees a lot of families come through the area, and moving around so much can be tough on kids with military parents.
So I kind of just was thrust into this new school mid-semester. I didn't know anyone. I didn't even know like clubs. I didn't know how to access my grades. I didn't know like anything at all. So I felt very like lost.
Ahead in our next half hour, Jonathan Cotto shows us how students are helping their fellow classmates adjust to their new surroundings thanks to a new program at Northeast ISD.
Plus, Fiesta continues today and tonight with a 4-night festival in the heart of downtown, bringing together thousands of people. Tiffany Huerta shows us how some of the vendors are preparing for a night in Old San Antonio when we come back.
Your 2023 Fiesta Royalty, powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
I'm Laurel Miller, and I'm Fiesta Teen Queen 2023.
Meet Fiesta's Teen Queen, Miss Laurel Miller. Laurel's been serving in the Girl Scouts for 12 years, is pursuing a career in biomechanical engineering, and has been an active member of the Women's Club of San Antonio.
Well, I'm very honored to have this position. I've been working towards it since I was 2 years old, and so I've been a part of the Women's Club, and I've been part of their coordination since I was very, very little. And this year I was able to get to this position through all my community service, and I've learned a lot from the women that have taught me to get here.
It's a special year for the Teen Queen of the Women's Club of San Antonio as the club celebrates its 125th year. The Women's Club has had a long-standing mission of empowering women by women, something not lost on the Teen Queen.
So they've been a part of San Antonio and helping its women for 125 years now. Our whole goal is to work on the education and sort of, helping empower women by women.
As Teen Queen, she seeks to spread the message of self-love and confidence for young women, a message built through her own personal experiences.
I always think of, your younger years as being a caterpillar, and I feel like for me, sort of my cocoon was the Women's Club. They taught me how to serve my community, and so I feel like they allowed me to blossom into the butterfly that I am today.
When all is said and done, the Teen Queen looks forward to just having a good old time during Fiesta.
I'd just like everyone to know that I am looking forward to meeting everyone I can in April and really getting out there and, bringing all of the excitement that we look forward to in Fiesta.
Well, speaking of a Fiesta favorite, Night in Old San Antonio, or NIOSA, is back celebrating its 75th anniversary.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live from downtown to talk about this year's big event, which raises money for the Conservation Society of San Antonio. And Tiffany, tell us about some of this year's challenges.
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. There's a lot of changes this year, but what's not going to change is that NIOSA will happen, rain or shine. That's what they're telling me. But take a look. This is going to be filled with thousands of people in this area at La Villita. Hundreds of people are already here preparing for tonight. There will be dozens of food, drinks, and vendor booths, plus entertainment stages. We have Rose Moran with NIOSA. Good morning, Rose. How exciting. What an exciting day. Tell us about what people will find here.
Well, they're going to find that we are the party of Fiesta, and We're bringing Chili Queens back, and Chili Queens was what started Niosa in 1948. So we're going to have Chili Queens back, and it's really just chili over tamales, but they started selling the chili 1948. So this is our 75th anniversary. We're also going to have, oh my God.
So much.
Yes, and
Food,
yes, there's
music.
plenty. Yes, and one of the favorite drinks for the ladies out here is preparadas. So that's going to be in 3 different areas, so they don't have to just do a big line on one area because there'll be different areas.
And one of the big changes is paper tickets. We're seeing these coupon booths around.
Yes, paper tickets. We went to paper tickets, and we don't want anybody to get alarmed. They're the tickets that we had from 2020, but those are the tickets that we're using.
And parking is another big question.
Yes, and I would suggest that they use park and ride. To me, that is the best thing. Park and ride. They get on for $1 something. Come here, and it's one of the ones that's going to drop and ride by the. It used to be the city parking building, and now it's privately owned, so I don't remember the title, but that's where they can park.
So the party starts tonight at 5:30 until 10:30. It's happening tonight through Friday at La Villita. You've been coming here for more than 20 years. Tell me, what's your favorite part of tonight?
My favorite part of tonight, just being here, because no matter what area you're in, all our volunteers have Niosa in their heart, and the Conservation Society, what we do. So we have over 10,000 volunteers that help us put this together for 4 days.
And you're still looking for volunteers?
Yes. And our volunteers, what they get to do is be a part of an organization that we want to continue our San Antonio story.
Oh, and I love your earrings. Can we just show them off before we go? Check them out.
You want me to take one out?
Oh, no. This is just beautiful. I love it. I'm so excited. We're going to have all these details, and we're going to continue talking to Rose, and we'll send it back to you for now.
Thank you, Tiffany. Love all the Fiesta fashion out there.
Outside with live cam, time for a Niosa forecast. We were bothering Justin all morning. He wouldn't say bothering, but we were being very insistent about getting an accurate forecast for tonight's first night of Niosa. The rain rock is up.
Yeah.
It is up.
You have a bit of a rivalry with this rain rock.
We go way back. No,
Yes.
I mean, it's fine.
And you go way back because you said this morning on GMSA that a viewer once told you.
Yeah, they said that the Rock is a better forecaster than.
How rude.
That is so rude. That is so rude. Yes.
It's okay. It's
No,
all right.
well, I'm listening to you.
And you're like, move on. We don't have to tell the story.
It's fine. It's fine. It's a rivalry that'll probably go on for a while, and
Yeah.
you know we.
There you go. He's like, hi, Justin. Here I am. Here I am.
We're Team Justin. That rock can just keep hanging.
Justin, you just need dancers around you.
How did we have that video ready? I mean, it just came out of nowhere.
How come I don't have confetti?
I know.
Listen, it's all good.
We're going to make it happen next year, I promise.
You know what? I think the Rain Rock and I are on the same page this year.
Oh,
so we're okay.
really? Okay.
Yeah, I think that tonight should be okay. We have a small chance for rain, and the next couple nights should be okay.
All right.
So it's looking good.
That's
Let's
good.
start with radar. We do have a couple of showers right now, and these light showers have been working through San Antonio this morning. We've had just a little bit here and there, nothing that's added up to much at all. This is all really light stuff, and I think we'll see some of these off and on showers throughout the morning hours before we transition to a chance for a couple thunderstorms this afternoon. Right now, cloudy, 64 at the airport, 66 Stinson, 65 at Kelly, and 64 at Randolph. We've got easterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. 67 at 11 o'clock, 69 noontime. We'll bring in a 30% chance of some thunderstorms by 2, 3 o'clock, and temperatures make their way up to around 75. Now to that important forecast. What about Niosa? Well, 6 p.m. we'll still call for a 30% chance of rain for some isolated storms. Now, I do need to mention that if we do see some storms, there is a possibility that they could be strong to severe. So that would be the one issue we may have, and we'll certainly keep you posted. But at this point, the rain chances, again, fairly low. 10% chance at 9 o'clock, 70, and down to 68 by 11 p.m. Dew points are up. We're seeing quite a bit of moisture out there. Dew points in the 60s now, so it's muggy. The humidity is what is leading to some of these showers that we're seeing this morning. And as we look at the dew point trend going forward, lots of humidity today, tomorrow. Drops off a little bit with our first front, builds a little bit on Friday, and then drops off again with our second front. And by the weekend, we'll be dealing with some dry air. It will be really nice. Want to show you our forecast for today. So noontime, it does still show some of these spotty showers, 30% chance of rain, and then by the afternoon, maybe a little bit of an uptick with some storms trying to develop. And then by, say, 4 or 5 o'clock, it shows, and most of the models have showed this, that if we're going to see some of those stronger storms, they're generally going to be east of I-35. This is at 5 p.m., and it does show some storms trying to develop from Seguin to Gonzales over to Howitzville and Cuero. I think by the evening hours, this is pushing east and starting to diminish. And by the way, west of San Antonio today, your rain chances are much, much lower. And this is what the Storm Prediction Center is kind of thinking as well. The risk for severe weather is generally going to be north and east of San Antonio. And that's where we could see some scattered strong to severe storms. The rest of us, it's low end risk, but it is there on a scale of 1 to 5, about a 1 here in town. So we'll certainly keep tabs on it. And if something does pop up, we'll let you know. We've got our chance of rain today. We'll get another shot Wednesday night with our first front, 60% chance of some showers and storms. The window's pretty small, but this is another time frame where we could see a couple of strong storms. And then again, Friday night into Saturday morning, about a 40% chance of rain with our second front. It times out well, though, because we get the rain through and clears out Thursday. Battle of Flowers looks great for Friday morning. Could even be a little bit cool. We get that second round of storms, clears out on Saturday. Should be great for Fiesta Flambeau. And Sunday looks nice too, 83 and sunny. We'll be right back.
Storms we saw last week brought a lot of lightning, thunder, golf ball size hail for some, but for most of us, the really big story was the heavy rainfall.
And while we definitely needed the rain, it did cause flooding in some well-known problem spots. And our Courtney Friedman asked TxDOT about the closures on I-35 and found out what made things worse than usual.
Stuck and stalled on a flooded section of I-35, KSAT viewer Emmanuel Valero sent us this video of him pushing that car through the water to safety early Sunday morning. That low-lying section of I-35 downtown had to be shut down during both Thursday and Saturday's strong storms.
On the lower level of 35, we do have pump stations that help to drain the water. Unfortunately, with the amount of rain that, just a lot of rain coming all down at once, it could, unfortunately cause some problems with our pump stations.
Laura Lopez with TxDOT says the typical problem is debris that clogs up the pipes.
We routinely clean those out, especially if we know we're having a heavy rain event that will be happening. We want to make sure that those are cleared for the amount of rain that is projected.
They also have crews ready to manually pump the water off the road if there are issues. We got video Sunday of them doing just that. But this past week, it was more than just clogged pipes that caused this.
We did have some mechanical issues that we found during this Thursday night when we had that heavy rain.
TxDOT is working to fix that mechanical issue, knowing there is more rain on the way this week. But in the meantime, they're reminding you not to drive through any street that is flooded or barricaded, noting that it could cost you your life, but also a big fine. From downtown, Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
City of San Antonio does not have the same pumping systems as TxDOT. Their low water crossings drain naturally after storms.
Improvements are completed for the Orsinger and Vance Jackson low water crossings, and Penn Road will be completed by next year. Last year's bond program will allow improvements to the lower French Creek and Valley High area drainage and George Road low water crossing.
9:27, 64 degrees. More ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including how students at one local high school are helping their classmates with military parents adjust to their new surroundings after their parents were stationed here in San Antonio. Plus,
good morning, I'm Max Massey. We are here at Geekdom talking about a techie twist to Fiesta. Look at this. This was 3D printed. We're going to give you an inside look how it all works. We're going to show you the 3D printer. We'll see you in a bit.
Your 2023 Fiesta Royalty, powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
I'm Erica McFarland, and I'm the San Antonio Queen of Soul 2023.
Meet this year's Fiesta Queen of Soul, Erica McFarland. Poised, confident, and determined, this year's Queen of Soul is ready to make a difference.
I'm from Missouri City, Texas. I'm a former Miss UTSA, a McNair Scholar. Growing up, I've always possessed a deep admiration for public service, educational enrichment, and leadership.
Erica looks forward to the fun and festivities Fiesta brings to the table, but also understands the greater meaning behind it all.
Fiesta is all about embracing the rich culture of San Antonio through diversity. I'm very honored to represent the African American community as one of the 7 royalty queens in Fiesta.
As a recipient of the Ronald E. McNair Scholar Program at UTSA, aimed at aiding minorities and underrepresented students to carry out scholarly research, Erica hopes she can continue to spread awareness in her role as queen.
Underrepresentation often serves as a challenge. I would like to see more women in leadership. The San Antonio Queen of Soul Incorporated embraces culture, education, and tradition. I look forward to continuing the rich tradition of African American history through the San Antonio Queen of Soul Incorporated.
As with all royalty, Erica plans to have some fun this Fiesta and encourages others to do the same.
I'm really looking forward to all of the parades and the little girls that look like me who understand that they can be in this position one day. We really want you to come out, have fun, and celebrate responsibly. And remember that Fiesta is a party with a purpose, fundraising for charities and nonprofits to help the San Antonio community.
A tech twist to Fiesta, 3D printing for metals.
Max Massey joins us live from Geekdom. And Max, how does this all work?
Good morning, guys. All right, so I'm going to take a look. This is a 3D printer. I'm going to open it up. I think I'm allowed to do this. So what you're seeing in there, that is, as we're talking, 3D printing a metal. I mean, it's pretty incredible. And then take a look. As you see it in there, this is kind of the end result. These two right here. So you have this one, which is my personal favorite. So I'm going to hand it off to Dale. So Dale, explain why that's so special and how you came up with the idea.
Yeah, so when Geekdom approached Caleb and asked us to if we could help them with a 3D printed metal, we wanted to make something a little extra special. It was during the height of the eggflation fiasco, and the idea that Geekdom is an incubator, eggs are incubators for life, and we were just passing through Easter. Plus, I've always wanted the opportunity to make a medal for somebody, and I have these 2 friends. So Alan Bush, he's got his that's like colored by numbers this year, and S.A. Flavor Garrett, he's got the I think he's doing a Fiesta Mon, like a Pokemon card deal, and I've always wanted to just like have the opportunity to outdo one of them one year, just to be silly. And so we were joking about this thing, and it came reality. And so we decided to make like a Cascarone holder, so like you can sneak on to your friend without them knowing that it's there. And that's really what it is.
Fantastic. And you also have this one.
And this one's laser cut. And so it's just the Geekdom logo with some Geekdom crowns around there. It's supposed to look like one of those one of those Picado.
Yeah, and so you guys are using the 3D printers here. How long does each one take?
On a consumer printer, this would probably take 3 to 5 hours. On one of these, in its lowest mode, it's about an hour to print this, and it's all printed just like this, and then you just pop it open.
Look at that, and then you can get your best friends or your mortal enemies when they're not looking, or a random stranger. Fantastic. So, guys, I got to ask. Is this not one of the coolest, I guess, metals? Does it even constitute a metal?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's metal.
There you go. It is metal. So there you go, guys.
It's a D, not a T. So.
The future of Fiesta metals, 3D printed.
That's right.
Clever.
Pretty handy. Pretty handy.
I need to get one of these.
I'm sure they could help out.
That will come in handy. But I don't know. I think Adam's contraption when he does the cascarones into the crowd, that was pretty handy too.
Outside with live cam, clouds are around right now, mid-60s. Where do we go from here, Justin?
Well, it is going to warm into the mid-70s today, so a little bit warmer than the last couple of days, a lot more humid, and we have the potential for some showers and storms, at least a few later today. Staying on the Fiesta theme, we've gotten a ton of pictures coming into our KSAT Connect. This is a good one. Those shoes decorated just in time for Fiesta. This is showing her school Fiesta spirit at Benavides Elementary. Aliana wore her Fiesta shoes. Well done, well decorated, and very festive. I give you kudos there. I like that. So everyone's in the Fiesta theme at this point, in the Fiesta spirit, I should say. And of course, we've got NIOSA tonight. Will you have to dodge a few showers? Possible. We have about a 30% chance of rain in the forecast today. Right now, 64. Dew point is at 61. And we've got cloudy skies, a little bit of drizzle here and there. We do need to pass along the pollen count. That came in a little bit earlier. Everything's low, so this looks pretty good. Oak season on its way out. And pecan and grass are showing up on the pollen count as well. Here's the KSAT 12-hour forecast. 67 at 11 o'clock, 69 noontime. We'll call for mostly cloudy skies later today. 30% chance of isolated showers or storms. And then this evening, dropping down into the low 70s. And rain chances actually fall off as we head into the evening and overnight hours. But there are more chances ahead, some cold fronts to talk about. That forecast here in just a few minutes.
This month we celebrate military children because of what their parents do in service to the country. They face a lot of challenges and unique experiences.
Active duty service members are known to relocate duty stations every 2 to 3 years, and many of those service members bring along their families with children.
Today's Front and Center Jonathan Cotto takes us to Reagan High School here in San Antonio, where a student-led program is helping students of military families navigate the challenges of relocation.
According to the Texas nonprofit Military Child Education Coalition, children of military families often experience 6 to 9 moves during their elementary and secondary school education. That's 3 times more often than the civilian population. Lila Chilton is a junior at Reagan High School. Her dad is an active duty service member and knows firsthand the experience of regularly being the new kid at school.
You're very nervous, your nerves are all racked, and you're very unsure of what's going to be coming next.
Lila says continuous relocations can be overwhelming, but make military-connected children that much more resilient and adaptable.
You just have to go with it. You have to adapt, and you have to grow with your environment and your situation.
To make those frequent transitions a little easier, the Northeast Independent School District has incorporated a program called Student to Student.
We meet with new students as they come in, or students that are leaving Reagan, to just help them either as they come in and get used to the environment and sort of learn what's around them, the options that they have.
Fatima and Lila help provide new students tours of the campus, eat lunch with the new students, and provide encouragement, creating a culture of inclusion. Fatima says S2S is important because she too understands the feeling of being in a new environment.
So I kind of just was thrust into this new school mid-semester. I didn't know anyone. I didn't even know clubs. I didn't know how to access my grades. I didn't know anything at all. So I felt very lost.
Ronald Reagan High School has over 3,000 students, and in a campus with so many people, student-to-student program leadership says it's important that every military child arriving here is made feel welcome and are set up for success.
So we really try to meet their unique needs that they have because they all come in from different places, and we want to make sure that we are here to support them in every way that we can.
Northeast ISD has over 6,000 military-connected students. Over 600 of those are here at Reagan High. Students in the S2S program say it really benefits new students who are at risk for depression and anxiety due to relocation.
When they're in that first meeting with us, they're really shy, they're quiet, they look really scared to be there. But then once I see them around the hallways and I stop and say hi to them, they look so much happier and they're just glowing. And I love to see it because I love seeing them grow from the quiet person that they were, unsure of their environment, to being thriving where they're at.
Northeast ISD is helping military-connected children meet their academic, social, and emotional needs at every grade level and at every campus.
That's what our student leaders are doing on campus with this program, is they are showing that we are working toward 100% acceptance for all students.
Reporting front and center, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
And as the son of an Air Force pilot, I've experienced this over and over growing up. It's been my experience that military kids are some of the most resilient, adaptable people that I know.
They're going all over the place and kind of used to doing that. And sometimes in their adulthood, one of our producers is moving on because she's used to moving around.
Right.
And she said, it's time to move again.
It's time to go. 9:40, 65 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
We'll be right back with Justin's Fiesta forecast.
KSAT Mia Montgomery posted something awesome on Facebook this morning, and it's a scene from the movie Miss Congeniality. They came back in 2000. Do you remember that?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
So the meme is, describe your perfect date. William Shatner interviewing one of the pageant contestants. She said, that's a tough one. I have to say April 25th because it's not too hot, not too cold, and all you need is a light jacket.
Aww.
So all these years later. And the scene, of course, was filmed at Arneson River Theater here in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was interesting. We actually, I saw it with Rooney last week just because, and to see all the scenes that were in San Antonio. I forgot about
And
that.
KSAT's featured rather prominently in a couple different spots. Kind of cool.
Stephen quoted it earlier during GMSA. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I know. When he said April 25th, I was like, what?
Now it all makes sense.
If you know, you know.
And it works today because temperatures are actually quite comfortable.
All right.
A little humid, but comfortable nonetheless. And as we take a look outside, we've got cloudy skies and 64 right now. It's been really pretty cool the last couple of days. It does warm up a little bit more today, and definitely a big warm up tomorrow. Dew point is at 61, and that really is the big change. A lot more moisture in the atmosphere with easterly winds at about 9 miles per hour. As we look at the radar once again, we've had a couple of light showers here and there, but nothing of great consequence. And the roads generally stay dry, so we didn't see a ton of drizzle. Hasn't been really all that bad of a morning, other than it's just been cloudy and humid. Dew points in the low 60s right now. We've got a 63-degree dew point in Randolph, 62 in Seguin, and that puts us squarely in the muggy territory. It stays muggy today and tomorrow. What about the forecast temperature? Well, by midday, clouds are trying to break up a little bit. We're close to 70 here in San Antonio. And then by the afternoon, we should jump into the mid-70s. You'll see some warmer readings out west where there's more sun, some maybe slightly cooler numbers off to the east where the clouds hold on a little bit longer, and there could be a little bit of rain. Well, let me show you water vapor real quick. Always gives us a good idea of where we have our circulations, our areas of low pressure across the country, and you can see one here over Utah. So this is going to slide south and east, and this is going to help give us a little bit of lift today and tomorrow. It helps push a front through, and that gives us some better rain chances as we get into, well, Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. Here's the big picture across Texas, and we've already got a few showers already starting to get going here, and then a little more rain as you get into Oklahoma. But the risk for severe weather today, and this is newly updated by the Storm Prediction Center, by the way, is from Abilene to Wichita Falls, Waco, Fredericksburg, down to San Antonio. That's where the highest risk is, but even in this light pink color, we could see a few strong storms. So as we look a little closer at our area, greatest risk is going to be Bernie over to New Braunfels, Seguin, and points northeast, and then here in San Antonio. And a couple of the counties to the south, we can see 1 or 2 strong storms. And here's a look at the forecast. We're keeping a chance of some showers this morning, and then some spotty showers and maybe a storm this afternoon. So this is 3 o'clock. It does show a couple of storms trying to pop up. Then by, say, 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when we could start to see some of these storms flare up a little bit. And I think it's generally I-35 and points east. So we'll keep it at a 30% chance of rain. And then by the evening hours, those chances are starting to wind down. So yes, I think Nyosa should be okay. We've got to be weather aware just in case the storm does pop up during the evening hours. But I think for the most part, it's looking all right. And as we look down the line, Battle of Flowers looks great. We get a couple fronts coming up this week, but the way they time out, we actually get some pretty dry air in here Friday morning, so it should be really comfortable, mostly sunny. And for Fiesta Flambeau, by the time we get into Saturday evening, temperatures in the 60s, cool, low humidity. I mean, it is working out pretty perfectly for all these Fiesta events, the way everything's timing out. So 83 Wednesday. There's that chance of storms Wednesday night into Thursday morning. There could be a couple strong storms mixed in there too, but it clears out by midday Thursday, 79, 85 Friday, but a cool morning. We start off at 57. A 40% chance of storms Friday night into Saturday, and then clearing out, drying out for the weekend, 77 Saturday, 83 on Sunday.
Very nice for Fiesta.
I agree. It's been, other than Fiesta, of course, it's been pretty good so far.
Thank you, Justin.
948, 65 degrees.
And if you didn't get to see American Idol last night because we were airing the Texas Cavaliers River Parade, do not worry because we have a recap coming up after the break.
Early voting underway right now for the May 6th city election. Polls are open and close at 6 p.m.
San Antonio voters will decide who they want to represent them on city council and in the mayor's seat. But the other big item on the ballot that voters will decide on is Proposition A. So we have everything to get you ready for Election Day on KSAT.com. Just click on the Vote 2023 section under the News tab.
Well, since American Idol was preempted last night because of the Texas Cavaliers River Parade here in San Antonio, we wanted to get you caught up.
So after a grueling but entertaining night of competition, American Idol went from its top 20 to its top 12, saying goodbye to 8 people all at once.
Wow. ABC's George Pinocchio talked with the judges and singers after last night's show.
Well, I don't got a new set of friends, man. I got a brand new family, you know, and that's really the most amazing thing about it.
Colin Stow represents one of the 8 singers in the top 12 who hails from the South. But all of the finalists are grateful they're getting advice and encouragement from the show's 3 superstar judges.
The fact that we're getting all those little pointers from people who do this for a living and are legends at it is something that makes you want to just fight for it even more.
They're just so good at finding out what we're struggling with and helping us to push past that and exceed those limitations. It's honestly, that's the best part of it.
This is one of those competitions you have to level up every single time. So I think that we all can support each other through that and really just make it a great show.
America picked 10 singers to move on. Then the judges had to decide among the other 10 which 2 would join them to make up the top 12. They chose Nutsa and Lucy Love.
We're competing with ourselves, and so I'm ready to knock down some old barriers, break some chains in me, do some new things. I'm ready.
Tonight, she was singing for the babies, the hometown, her life, and delivered.
Lucy and Nutsa's kind of fighting spirit throughout the whole season is something that came into play.
I think there's definitely more stories to tell and more layers to unveil with those 2.
American Idol returns Sunday with Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night with Adam Lambert as mentor. By the end of the show, 2 more contestants go home. In Hollywood, George Pinocchio for ABC News.
Okay, in case you were wondering, the contestant from San Antonio, Dawson Wayne, was unfortunately eliminated before the top 20, but still such a huge accomplishment to make it that far. Congratulations, Dawson.
Yes, congratulations, Dawson. And she's been credited with helping her students succeed and helping her fellow teachers succeed with a little help in the technology field. We are talking about KSAT's Educator of the Month, and we will introduce you to the Judson ISD teacher who we surprised with the award. That's tomorrow on GMSA at 9.
Right now we're in the mid-60s. We'll make it up to about 75 or so this afternoon. Some isolated showers and storms. Warm tomorrow. Decent chance of rain Wednesday night to Thursday morning. Another chance Friday night into Saturday morning. But all in all, a pretty good looking forecast. The temperatures don't get too out of control. We've still got 70s in the forecasts going into the weekend.
We're still Team Justin. That rain rock can move along.
Right, exactly.
You're welcome, buddy. Right now on KSAT.com, we have everything you need to know about Fiesta and the events happening this week. Just scan the QR code on your screen. That'll take you directly to our KSAT Fiesta page. It is chock full of events, schedules, parking information, and how you can watch all the parades.
And don't forget to show us your pictures and videos from Fiesta by sharing them on KSAT Connect. Your pictures could be featured online or on the air. Just open up the KSAT Weather Authority app or visit the KSAT Connect webpage. We have easy instructions online on how to submit your photos, and we've seen some pretty nice ones so far, Justin.
I'm curious how long the lines are going to be for the chicken on a stick.
Always long.
Yeah.
Always long.
That's okay, you wait.
You wait, but it moves fast, at least in my experience.
It's true.
So, worth it.
Viva Fiesta, everybody. Be safe out there at NIOSA tonight.
Have a good day.